got on a ride in the Southern. Show you what this shit like when I'm in that ride. Show you how the final destination should be going on out here. How they the final destination in my ass. All this shit is staged where they want you to see. They be making shit backed up so you can come down Pacific Street so you can see people doing certain stuff. Trust me, man, this shit is like Final Destination. It's something I was listening to where he said he could take your DNA and put it in a database and have you be systematically harassed 24/7 wherever you go, right? So I put that shit to the test. You know, I had to do that shit everywhere. I even went down south. To prove that. And they really proved their point, man. They can have this shit done to me everywhere I go. Right now, I'm just freestyling just to show you how easy it's done. I really want to invest in some, but like I said, they be blocking my finances, so I want to invest in something that I can wear to do this all the time, but I don't have the funds like that to do it. You know, I would go live all day. That video I just did with the AI thing, that's what they be doing. They be setting up staging little things to make an accident, and then when it don't happen, you see the crowd around looking upset like, well, sure. They know what they be doing. Look, you see how she got her phone? This is why I said they know. This is how I said that it shows you how precise the location is. Cause they do the most strangest shit with their phone, right? And when they see I'm recording, then they'll try to switch it up. So it's like they don't want to get exposed, so they're not gonna do certain shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go down this street. I'm gonna show you when they was doing a lot to financially keep me blocked. There was a store over here that I go to, but the guy let me in the store with all the money on the counter. The store was closed. It was like after 2 in the morning. The store was closed and everything. So he decides to want to open the door for me with all the money on the counter, so I ain't feel comfortable. I left out, and as soon as I left out, 3 unmarked police cars just pulled up. It's on the left hand side where the traffic is coming. It's on the left hand side of the store, but they pulled up on the left hand side of traffic just to cause they thought I was gonna rob the dude for the money, right? This is what I'm saying, cause I'm like, I never robbed nobody before, so why would they do that? This is the store right here on the corner right here. And 3 unmarked police cars just came pulled up. Like they already was waiting and have it set up. But see, like I said, I got so much proof. I can expose connections and all that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm choosing not to. I'm just making my story. You know, like I could really throw motherfuckers under the bus. Because like I said, people just do a lot of talking and exposing themselves. So right now I'm being spontaneous, and I'm telling you, when they get the notification, they look, that's how it's so easy to orchestrate shit, because the streets be empty. I'm not even in my area, but I'm around my area. Backpack cruise, man. Will really expose it. Like, I don't even care what car I'm in. I could be in a rental, somebody else's vehicle. I got a chip inside me where people could track me and orchestrate shit everywhere I go. I don't know how they implanted me, but I'm implanted, man. When you think about that vax, jab-a-dab, so you see how she doing it even with her phone? Look, they be sitting positioned. That shit was called track and trace. So pretty much, I'm being tracked and traced the same way. But I keep on thinking that was specifically done for certain people, like me, myself, and probably including other people. Trust me, bus stops, they everywhere, man. Trust me, man. Don't. Somebody did something the other day that made me like. They literally walked around the block. I was like, huh? Like I ain't never seen no shit like that. Like they literally walked around the block. That was the first time I ever really seen that shit like that. That was the first time I ever really seen some shit like that where they literally, I'm like, all I could think about Truman Show, he said they just go around and around and around. They don't go nowhere, they just go round and round. See what I'm talking about? I'm just freestyling for you right now. I'm telling you, man. On random streets. I get gang stalked on any block. Kim's flash, but I never stop. Try to line me up, get left and shot. I play dumb, but I peep the plot. Niggas be moving like paid attention. Same two faces, different directions. Look, they be thinking they be having this shit so orchestrated. They be having every driveway stage waiting. And if you don't come through, they looking like. The notifications is smooth and they fast, man. Pull up right here, let me see something. This is exactly why I gotta record, cause I'm telling you, they be doing so much to try to entrap me. If I don't have video evidence, then but I just say I don't understand what's the sense of having a tracking device on my vehicle if they was already tracking me before I had a mobile, before I was even mobile. That's why I said I had to be chipped. I don't know how they did it in my sleep. Something, I don't know, but they injected me with something. That's why I say it's easy in the daytime. Nighttime, it be so quiet because there's less people outside. But the daytime, the majority of people out here is already gangster. So it don't matter what a business establishment I go into, whatever place I go in, wherever I go, it's going to be orchestrated. If they're not outside, they're going to come out their building as soon as I walk past. A little glimpse of what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. It seems like certain they go extra hard at certain times of the month. Like they gotta get something, like they gotta get shit done before a certain time period or something. just stepped out the car and I see somebody rushing down the street. So being that they isolated me for so long, right? Being that they isolated me for so long, all the people I used to hang out with now all of a sudden popping up in mysterious places, like when I'm driving around for me to seemed like the traffic got a little louder, but they seem to pop up. They make sure they're in eyesight view, so they know I'm gonna stop to say something, right? But when I was down, fucked up, nobody was around. But now that I got myself out of that little rut, not really that, but I'm above water. You know what I'm saying? Now people just showing up out of the clear blue because now they want to get in my business, right? But it's not even that. Everybody, I noticed, everybody wants to feed me food, right? So I was listening to this video and she was talking about be careful with people trying to feed you in the dream state. So I don't know what that means, right? I don't know what being fed in the dream state and all that. I don't know none of that. But I don't eat meat, right? So somebody that I stayed with made some, I didn't eat it, right? They was upset. And what made me know that it had to be something, because the neighbors start slamming their doors, they be upset, right? That'd be their way of getting angry. Cause if I ain't eat the food, they would slam doors and shit, right? I'm just putting y'all on game. If you stay in an apartment, like get out. Like a get out type of apartment. So they get upset because, like I said, it gotta be some type of hidden cameras watching me or something, right? So that didn't work. They made me run into somebody I know. She invited me to come through, chill. She said she's making food. I told her I said, being that what I've been going through, I said I really can't. I said ain't nothing against you. I can't trust nobody as far as it comes to food right now. I said because the closest people to me did try to do something to me, so I can't, I don't want to, I'm not trying to put you in that category, but it's hard to trust somebody right now. You know, so I'm not even, I'm not making them try to feel no way, I'm just letting them know straight up. You know, like I said, once they show me them, all I gotta do is see how your energy move, and once I see that, then I already know, okay, you a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have to ask you. Your body language and your energy gonna speak for itself. I was just saying something about I was looking at the news and they said something about the guy that died in the water. He was supposed to be with his friends or some shit, right? And they let him drown and die, right? But see, they trying to make it like some race thing, because they said his name, they said his name and they said he's a black guy and he was with his friends that was white. I said, so they trying to start some type of racial war. You know what I'm saying? Because that's pretty much what it is. But I'm listening to the father, and he said he came to get his keys, and the guy told him, one of the friends told him, he's like a brother to me. So I'm sitting here saying, the father don't know his friends. If that dude said he's like a brother, that means he gotta be real close. That means he's supposed to know your damn family, right? But this is the thing when it comes to friends, man. Everybody will grow you, befriend you. They would do they will spend the most time with you to make you feel so comfortable to snake you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I had people that know me 20 plus years, and they just proved to me that they was just there for their own convenience, man, and they just basically showing me a lot of shit. I'm 40. I'm in my 40s now, right? And a friend that I told you I just went by to see, she said I still look like I'm in my 20s, right? She said my skin glowing. She said I don't smoke or drink like that. She said I could be human organ African, right? So when she said it like that, and the way she was talking, you know what I'm saying, and then you asked me if I wanted something to eat, I'm like, that shit just made me feel uncomfortable now, you know what I'm saying? Because that's some big, being watched by a hidden camera is a part of human African too, you know what I'm saying? Because they trying to study you and stage your movements, right? And like I said, I'm very intelligent and street smart. I peeped that shit from the jump. You know what I'm saying? The first time I came outside and I seen the way people was moving, I'm like, hold on, what's going on out here? That was the first thing I said when I seen how people was moving in front of my building. I was like, okay, I see what's going on. You know, and then it's like they got smoke detectors with cameras in them shits, right? I had covered, I had this thing where it's like you put the flashlight on it and it'll show you like a red beam, and it was showing me that it was a camera. And then they be having these vans like this tinted out, like when they be trying to stage accidents, they will have a van tinted out like this, so like if God forbid, like if they was to really crash into me, they would scoop me in that shit on some Conan Tyrone type shit. But yeah, and then what made me know that it had to be they was watching me was because it was only a smoke detector on my floor only, right? I went to every floor in the building, not their floor had anything put on their ceiling in the hallway. Every floor, only my floor had that, right? So I put a piece of black tape on it, right? Cause the shit was facing my door, right? The red beam. I went around the whole shit. And nothing, I ain't see no red beam besides that in front of that, in the front where it was facing when I leave out my door, right? And then they have another one in the staircase when you leave out, right? And I take both of them shits up, right? And all of a sudden somebody got, the super came and they got so upset. They was upset with me for some apparent reason. But I already knew why he was upset, because I taped the motherfuckers, right? You know what I mean? But you can't put nothing past, because after that they couldn't really stage nothing. That means now they had gotten to the apartment, and now they watching me to see when I leave out. You know what I'm saying? So all that shit. Look, and look what you see right here. Big ass Target truck. As soon as I start talking, right? I'm telling you, man. I know what the fuck I be talking about. Because number one, before I knew about the cameras in the hallway, there used to be mad kids in the hallway smoking weed. I would have to walk over kids sitting in the hallway and all that, right? After I taped them shits, it was never nothing going on in the hallway. Not near kids. Nobody's in the hallway. It's an outlet where people charge their phones in it. Nobody sat in the hallway no more after I covered them shits. That's why I say, if you don't have common sense, but yeah, with that dude, man, it's like they let him drown or whatever happened. I don't even really know what happened, but you know what I'm saying? Friends ain't friends, man. Like how loyalty ain't like how it used to be, man. People, you know what I'm saying, they got their own agenda in life, man. They will really they gotta really be around you to get to know you. So obviously they gotta put on a whole show. For me to be going through this for 8 years straight, you would think that motherfucker you would think you would give up by now. Like, yo, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I done put in mad resources. And that's another thing. I went to the motor vehicles, right? I went to motor vehicles. Now I went to a motor vehicles, not even in my jurisdiction, right? But being that they always have somebody sit by my car, right? So there was a guy standing by my car when I came back. The guy, so I'm sitting here asking him, I said, everything good? He like, yeah, I need a light. Give him one lighter. So he telling me he's been kidnapped. I said, you been kidnapped? I said, so how the hell you walk in the streets? He said, oh, they let me live my life because they watch me everywhere I go. They got connections and everything, right? So I said, like, so you basically telling me you kidnapped. I said, so you can't just pick up and leave? He said, it don't matter. He said, if I leave, they still gonna have people following me, right? So he basically telling me what they doing to me, right? Because pretty much everywhere I go, that's how it is. And I'm speaking to somebody yesterday that live in my building. And he said something about, he was saying something to the dog. He said, man, get over here before somebody kidnap you. Like, see, words like that just trigger me, because you don't really say shit like that around me, because now, like I said, they always try to synchronize with me. That's why I said, if you're going to synchronize with me, don't just come outside to throw a piece of tissue in the damn incinerator. Throw a whole garbage bag in there or something, man. Y'all be making yourself look so fucking obvious. If I put my head down to go to sleep, don't just walk outside after I done just laid down. Y'all just make yourself obvious, man. Like I said, if I was really in this shit, man, listen, dog. Their whole program is fucked up. If I could dissect that shit. It's just funny. Nobody walked through here. Anytime I park over here though, because I never was recording like I'm recording now, but it's just showing me I need to start recording more often. Cause I be timing them. It take them less than 5 minutes. Like I said, I'm being unpredictable. Imagine you just sit in the crib. I've been sitting in the crib for, I don't really go nowhere because, like I said, what's the sense of really moving around if you're blocking everything, right? So all I do is just, oh, there goes somebody. I spoke her up, spoke him up. There we go. So it don't make no sense for me to be really moving around for what? You know what I'm saying? So I don't really come out unless I really have to. But she made sure she don't want to be caught on camera. She ran past. So it's funny because I went to where I get my tires from, and I went to put money down on my tires. So it's another guy there. I never met him before. So I went last week and put money. I went last week to put money down, and I told him I was gonna come this week and pay the full balance, but I didn't, right? Because they were stage people there waiting, right? So the first day, like I said, everything would be good because I never met him before. I went there today and he was acting real funny, like, oh, I don't know, I don't remember. I said, but you text me. I told you. I said, do you want to write it down? He said, no, I'm gonna text you everything. That way you have the balance and everything. I said, well, I said, you text me everything. I said, you don't see the text in your phone? He's like, no. I said, well, how you don't see it? I gave him the number. He said, I still don't see it. I said, well, it got to be in there because you the one that texted me. You asked me for the number. You see what I'm saying? This is how they do things to make, because they will get into these people and tell them to do certain things to you. So yesterday, I was supposed to go yesterday. When I went by yesterday, it was 4 cars in there already staged to change tires. Because they thought I was going to come there and get it done yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I do things so strategic. It's always something strategic to the way I do things, the way, you know what I'm saying, to my madness. So while they be thinking they studying me, I'm actually studying them. So I came there today early. As soon as they open up the gates, somebody come pulling in. That's why now they trying to offer me a job now. You know why? Because I don't have a routine. You putting out so much resources to have people follow me, do shit. You know what I'm saying? So now they need me to have a routine, so they don't have to have that much people doing this shit. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I said so now they want to offer me a job. Now they want me to go do this and, oh, you want to start working here? I'm like, oh, nah, I'm good. You see, now it just makes sense, because if I don't have a routine and I'm just being spontaneous, that means you got to have people all over. Trust me, I'm used to this area. I park over here numerous times. There always will be somebody coming within 5 minutes, man. And it'll flash you with a bunch of people. They would definitely cut my camera and do all types of shit. So I'm like I said, I got people that if friends of mine would have been around me and they was isolating me and all that, I wouldn't have felt uncomfortable around them. But being isolated for more than 5 years from people that I used to always look out for, you know what I'm saying? That just showed me that you never gave a fuck about me and you was waiting for something to happen to me. But being that I know how to maneuver, I know how to make moves, now all of a sudden people want to show up and show out. There we go. Now they bringing people. Now people coming. And they trying to look in the car and everything. So they don't want to get caught on camera though, because the lady said the other day, am I recording her? That's guilt. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not even paying attention to you. Even though I'll be already recording, but I'm not recording you though. You know, I'm just recording my surroundings. But that's guilt. You know how much times people done ask me if I'm recording? That gotta be a guilt thing or something, because you shouldn't be worrying about me recording. Even a police officer asked me if I'm recording. I'm like, why? I said, you got a damn body cam on. Are you recording? Like I said, it's like they got rid of everybody, and they just got nothing but fucking gang soldiers around me. Now somebody pulls up behind me. You know, I'm telling you, this is how this should be, man. You don't, nobody never really parks under here. Trucks, like in front of me, this is the only thing you really see parked under here. These trailers, they'll park here and around this corner. It don't be having cars parked under here like that. I was the first person to ever do that. Then all of a sudden, that's when cars start pulling up behind me and doing all types. Like when I used to park under here last year, I used to set up my cameras outside. By the walkway, I would have a camera set up outside, and I would just be sitting by the car, just in the car, and just recording how people be doing this shit. Now another car just came. And now there's two cars behind me now. And they look like they both white. I know the first one. The second one I think was a white one. I don't know if the dude was trying to put like a curse on my car or something. Dude that stay in the building. That's another thing. Like I said, it seems like they always want to talk to you. Even the building cameras, right? They always want to talk to me around the camera, right? Because I'm like, he's sitting outside, and he says something's wrong with his vehicle and shit. He says transmission and all this, right? It's like they be trying to sing cursing. I think he's from Haiti or something, right? But I told him, I said, if anything, like if you want to fix whatever the issue is, a lot of stuff, I got tools, you know what I'm saying? If you want to fix it, do it yourself, I got tools and shit. But yeah, like I said, I'm not too familiar with all this stuff like witchcraft and all this. I'm gonna post up a video of some girl I seen on a video, and she was talking about seeing into the spiritual realm or some shit like that. But she about 18 years old, but she's living in my neighborhood. She said she don't want to be a cat living that could see in the spiritual realm. She said, especially out here in Brooklyn, right where we at. I'm in Brooklyn, you know. So the way she said it, obviously she got to know what's going on, and she from Haiti, you know. So I don't know. She said New York, Haiti, and some other place is the worst place for voodoo and all this shit. So obviously there got to be a lot of shit going on out here in this motherfucking shit. She said she be scared to come outside and shit. So she's 18 years old, she gotta know something. I'm in my 40s, I'm lost in the sauce when it comes to that. Witchcraft, black magic and all that. I was just living life, not knowing that people been doing shit to me all my life. But it just made me think now, because I remember the girl I used to mess with, which is my son's mother. She's Guyanese. And I remember when I used to always break up with her and wind up going back to her. And I remember my mom saying, I think she did something to the food because you keep on going back. And it took, I don't know what it took for me to just say I'm done with her. But it was like, that was it. And then she used to always just show up at my mom's house when I say I'm done. And then she'll be sitting at my mom's house on the couch before I even get there. But I remember my son saying one time over the phone when he was like 6 or 7, he's gonna get a GPS to track me and find where I'm at. Now he's in his 20s now. So that just let me know how long they've been tracking my ass. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about it. Because why would he say that to me? And that was like the last time I ever spoke to him physically on the phone, because she would keep him away from me because we wasn't together. She texted my mom and told my mom that he was going to the army and I would never see him again because he's gonna do 8 years deployed and all this. I haven't seen him since he was 7. But she wanted me to go to some parties, some going-away parties for him. Going to the army. And that was what? To be around food, right? And where I live at right now, I live a block away from where I used to live with her. And some of her family members still live there, because I see them to this day. It's a dude that know her, that's how I know this shit gotta be crazy, right? Cause I haven't seen him in 20, I haven't physically talking to him in 20 years, but I've seen him around there, right? And I don't know if she used to mess with her, I don't know, because the way shit be, I turned the corner one day, and as soon as I turned the corner, you know how when you say, when you nod your head like, there he go right there? It's like he did that, and everybody that he was out there talking to turned their head and watched me in my car. And I'm like, well, how he know my vehicle? I never even spoke to him, never even showed him my vehicle. Every time I see him, I don't acknowledge him. Like he pops up, like I said, in eyesight for me to see him, but I don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, why I gotta always address them? Why when they see me, they don't say, oh, what's up? I gotta always address them and acknowledge them. Well, it was one day I was outside talking by the park, and I heard him say, why they just don't let him win, or some shit like that. Something like that he said. I know he said something about me winning, like they don't want to see me win or some shit like that. Like they basically trying to stagnate. Even the girl I was talking about trying to feed me, she said I always had the potential to go further, but I was always around the wrong people, which could be including her, because I said I was trying to do something business-wise, and I haven't spoken to her since. Like when I was fucked up, I couldn't speak to nobody. Now I was up, she was calling me, talking about she needed this, she needed that, and I'm still trying to make shit happen for her, even though nobody tried to make nothing happen for me. So pretty much, they basically use me when I'm up, trying to fill out what I got going on. Like I said, I just been around the wrong people, man, that just want to see me fail. Cause nobody talks about doing nothing. They just want to know what I got going on. That's how I said I had to start learning who was trying to speak business into who's just in my business. I got so much ideas, man. I just don't have the funds for it. And I don't have a team to make shit happen. You know, I gotta do shit slow because everything is being blocked. That's another thing. They doing that to me so much too, because they be stealing my ideas too. They stole a lot of my ideas, trust me, man. Now look, now she leaving. That's the white, oh, they both was white cars, see? They both left at the same time, but nobody got out them cars. So I said, I don't even know if they put some type of device in my car or some shit where they can hear. Who knows, man? They sent 2 people to my crib the other day talking about they were with Verizon trying to see if I wanted to switch over. I told the 2 girls too. I'm like, I'm not interested. They gonna say, is your bathroom close where I can use it? Is it in walking distance? I'm like, oh nah, I can't let y'all do that. Like to plant some type of device in my damn bathroom to be hearing shit. Listen, man. Nobody never knocked on the door talking about no. I haven't seen nobody do that. I've been living there for damn near 3 years now. And only person knocked on the door is the exterminator. Nobody never did that before. Talking about they with Verizon or none of that shit. I don't trust nothing. I don't be trusting none of that shit. What I'm going through, you can't trust nothing with a uniform. What made it even more suspect is that they never knocked on. It's 4 apartments on every floor. They didn't knock not one time on none of the other doors that was on my floor. And I would have known if they knocked the neighbors because the dog would have been barking. They just went straight down and left. See, they pretty much, I guess this is what I gotta do for them to act right, man. Because if this is justifiable, nobody wouldn't feel no way if they being recorded, right? When I went to go make a police report about the air tag, the way they was acting in there, like they didn't even want to take my report, made me know that this had to be some big shit going on. But they had me sitting there for a whole fucking hour. Say don't mean intention. Niggas be moving like paid attention. Same 2 faces, different direction. That ain't no chance, that shit intervention. I speak it, just keep it in motion. Niggas be hoping I crash or I lose focus. I keep it G, I ain't showing emotions. But if it's up, then I'm leaving them frozen, huh? Shorty walked past me twice, yeah, I peeped that. Nigga on the corner keep looking, I've seen that. Black truck, ride by slow, gotta read that. They think I'm dumb, nigga fuck with the scheming. I move with a cold, I don't handle the fold. I let them think I'm a victim, I'm actually cold. Counting this paper, watching my soul. It's half of these niggas playing the role, huh? The city is wicked, they scripting the scene, yeah. Niggas be acting ain't nothing what it seemed. Nah, I cut the fake off. I move like a beam. Laser precision and cutting through schemes. Yeah. What is you thinking? Lacking, you bugging. I come from the body. Survived all the hugging. Fake love, fake that, fake smiles, all front. One wrong move. I turn this whole block to a summit. I merely rock on the pressure, ayy. I merely rock through the setup, ayy. I'm coming right smack. See, I could have took y'all in that store with me to show y'all that shit too. But it's like they got them planted. Some of these shits be like secret shoppers, man. They just be in there acting like they shopping. I ain't got nothing against that, but following me everywhere the fuck I go, that's the shit that pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind you following me around as a secret shopper. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's your job. You trying to make sure nobody steal. Staging shit, trying to get me locked up. That's the shit I'm on. If that wasn't the type of shit they was doing, I wouldn't have been outside trying to record. None of that. It was just the precinct that just dropped. That's funny because they was just parked right here. That's the precinct I went to make the police report. But they was coming out of that damn discount store. I was just going in. See, they just walking right on out. Nobody buys nothing. Look, and this the same lady. As soon as I came in there, she was bent over with her butt. I had to slide by her butt and shit. Everybody walk out when I come in. Nobody bought nothing. They just is touching shit. I'm being too spontaneous for them. As soon as I start the car, you see? He like, damn, you read his lips? Damn. See, they be trying to stage act. They be fiending for an insurance scam. Like, this is the shit I be trying to tell you, like, what they call that shit? They be chasing for them shits, man. That's the second time I read somebody's lips talking about damn, like, they be setting that shit up real smooth, cause look where I'm parked at. The big truck right here, I wouldn't have seen him walk past. But I'm so observant of shit. They just be exposing themselves. black. They be so fiended out. They scared to record. When they know you recording, they be moving their hand, scared to even point the damn camera at you. Cause they know I know who they are. They'll tuck the hell out that phone. They already know I'm on it. Then it get quiet again. The noise campaign stopped. Where they be looking, boy, they be tight. They always have somebody crossing that street, boy. Every corner. Let's see. Like I said, I just randomly did that, went to the discount store. I just be randomly doing shit. You get gang stalked. You get gang stalked. You was not being gang stalked. They don't have you like it is. I'm telling you, man. If anybody was to say they being gang stalked and they put up a video, I can automatically tell from the time you start your video you're not being gang stalked. One headlighter behind me. Honey pot on the corner. She turned around. See, they be always giving themselves away. They be always looking at the vehicle like, is he looking? They don't. The projects ain't even the projects no more. You hear me? These shits look nice now. Look, the one headlight on the side of me right now. That's her right here on the side of me. I woke up this morning, stepped out on the block, same city, same streets, but the vibes is all. Brooklyn still standing, but the souls ain't the same. They standing there hollow like they playing the game. Eight years in and still people still is mass mandated. Man, I should have drove over here with the girls be at, pay for playing that. Even they know who the fuck I am. Like, this shit's some outrageous shit, boy. Even the pay for plays know who I am. Like, what the hell is going on here? And I ain't even pimping. Look, you see how my man, look how he do with the, look, he noticed, I noticed it, boy, he put his arm up. He like, shit, he noticed it. They be trying to be real tricky with the way they do this shit. I'm trying to show you. They'll put their arm up so they could put the phone camera. And when I stay still, they already know I record. So they'll fucking just switch up. This is how tapped in I am with this shit. Once they see that, they'll have to straighten up, like, imagine it's the daytime. So imagine how it is at when I be doing this shit at night. It be quiet. That's why I like nighttime. Cause in the daytime, this is how it is all fucking day. It's like they just pay these people to walk around the street. That's their job, just to walk around and make the street look full. Just give y'all a little glimpsey. Now, why this man come pulling right behind me? He can't even pull up behind me, but why you doing it? Alright, man, I'll give y'all a little glimpsey of what this shit be. This shit don't even let my phone brighten up or nothing.